Hello, YouTube fam. Thank you once again for stopping by and checking out this review with me. Today, we're gonna go over Ryu's best friend, Gaio's brother-in-law, and husband to Eliza Master. We welcome the new challenger, Ken Master, who first appeared in the original Street Fighter, alongside his best friend Ryu. While Ryu is way more serious than Ken, he is actually a bit more aggressive and violent than Ryu is, which probably explains why his Hadouken be on fire and his kicks be on fire and some of his punches be on fire, and the reason why they also created a violent version of him as well. More on that later though. All the more you should hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you will not miss that video when it comes out. Thank you. Anyways, he is Japanese American and he is a billionaire as well. Una vaina bacana. However, he did join the Street Fighter tournament because he does want to become a better fighter and become stronger. However, he has way more restraint than Ryu as well because he does have a family. He does not want to jeopardize that. So kudos to the family, man. With that being said, let's take a closer look at the figure. So starting off with the head sculpt, we can see the details on the bangs with the black wash on the yellow. We can see the hair stream going to the back as it's tied. This part of the hair is flexible, it's not hard. The part that isn't tied up is loose in the back. You can see the black wash as well. His hair is nicely sculpted and held up, and you can see the hair tie there. On his face, we see his eyebrow creases. And speaking about his eyebrows, we can see the ends of it, which is very Street Fighter-ish, if you know what I mean. His eyes are shiny, giving him that realistic look to him. He has no muscle definition on his cheek area. I don't know why they did this, but they got this man biting his bottom lip. I need some answers, Storm. I need some answers. The red lines that we see on his shirt are all sculpted. The collar area of the shirt is flexible, which helps with his neck mobility. Speaking of his neck, we can see the muscle definition around his neck area and defined upper pec area. From his muscular chest area, we can see the shirt stretching. And because the shirt is extra tight, we can see his abs. Back here, we can see the shirt stretching because of his muscle, and we can see the details on there. I have some more sculpted work here on the shirt. As I mentioned before, these lines are sculpted. On the arms, you can see his veins right there. Here we can see his tricep, looking all husky. And we can see his elbow there with some definition. Looking at his gloves, I think that they could have used a little bit of weathering. However, they got some sculpt there, and you can see his fingers clutching between his thumb. And here you can see that this part right here, the strap is sculpted, and this line right here is also sculpted at the end of the gloves. You can see the seam of the glove here. On this side, we can see his nail is sculpted, and at the end of the gloves, we can see that they're sculpted as well. By the way, his gloves are removable. The top part of his gi is wrapped around his waist. This part of the karate belt isn't removable, but it does swivel. All of the part of this gi is sculpted. We can see it on here. It's the same sculpt work that's done on his karate belt. They sculpted some folds from the gi. You can see the continuity of the trim of the gi having the same texture all throughout. See some more sculpted folds as well. On his pants, we see that he has a line and some sculpted work on there. Gave him some detail, showing the creases at the bottom of his pants. And something to mention, at first when he did came out, I thought that the shin part of his pants were swapped, and that was like a error, but it isn't. This is actually how they're meant to be. For his feet, they did give him his toenails, and they're defined. His foot strap is sculpted, but it does not hinder him from standing. You can see some more detail at the bottom of his feet. The inside part of his foot does move around as well, but it's really hard. Ken comes with two additional bang pieces, which is this one that looks like the regular one, and this one that goes to the side. And they're good for whenever you're doing different poses for him. Taking a look at one of the interchangeable faces for him, he has this one, which looks like he's blowing a kiss or trying to blow out a candle. Same as his regular face, there's no muscle definition around the cheek area. However, the paint job around his mouth area looks really good and it's clean. He also comes with the yelling face that has great definition. You can see the eyebrows bunching up and it looks really angry. He looks like he actually yelling. You see the eyebrow creases there. His mouth area is painted nice. You can see the sculpted teeth. You can see his tongue. You can see his gum. You can see the roof of his mouth. Nicely sculpted work and nice paint job. Next up is the flaming effect that goes on his foot. Nicely painted. You can see the dark orange transitioning into the lighter colors. My advice is to warm it up before you try to put it on his foot because it is hard. Another effect that he comes with is his Hayuken effect. You can see the transition from the dark orange down to the lighter yellow. This is where you put his fist at. Overall, I think they did great executing the flame effect, the paint job, and the details on it. Phenomenal. Another flaming effect is the one that goes on his foot as well, but this one is longer. You can see this is where they put his foot at. We see the transition. It looks really good as well. The paint job looks good. Nice effect. And to everyone's surprise, he comes with the Fire Hadouken. It was not promoted or anything like that. We came to find out when we actually had him in hand. This part does spin and it also comes off. And yes, it's the same effect that comes with Ryu, just in red. Finally, he comes with the stands that all of the earlier releases used to come with, and I've mentioned this before. I like it, however, they stopped it to produce universal stands. But honestly, I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more if it means that they will have their unique stand. So that's a wrap up, you guys, on my review on Ken Masters. I think that overall the figure was a good release. The details, the paint job on him was good for the most part, but in the face department, I think that they could have added like a smiling face. I think that that's what they try to do with him biting his lip. Pretty weird thing to do though. Or I don't know if that was intentionally done. Another issue I had with Ken, I don't know if it's just mine or if it's across the board. His legs are very flimsy. They can fall off easily. Similar to the long hair don't care Akuma. Nonetheless, I'm excited to have this version of my collection, and I do recommend him for people that like Street Fighter V. But let me know how you guys feel about him, if you guys do have him, and do you guys have the leg issues. But there you go, that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you guys like this content. Also hit that like button as well. And like always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy these pictures.